And what's going to happen is the Danes are all going to have to get on their horse because the recognition that something's going to happen here. And you can see it right there, takes it in the face. And that is a tough one as Kretschmar goes down and Oliver Green goes to the penalty box.
Germany has accumulated the most minor penalties in this tournament, 22 coming into this game. As their power play goes to work, still looking for their first power play goal in this tournament. Carlos Handel, the puck will move through him at the top of this play. Down low, shot on net, rebounds there, they score their first power play goal of the tournament at the hands of Maxime Schaefer.
Well, you got to win that opening faceoff, and that's exactly what happens. And you're able to get that puck, and you go low to high. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's looking to get to their spots. You can see just coming up high is going to be Booz, and he says, I've got Schaefer net front, and he is right in front of Linde. And again, that win, you got to fight for it. It's almost like a 50-50 puck, but you got to converge on it right away. You recognize everyone's in the middle of the ice. You go low to high, you create your 2-on-1, and it's going to be Booz. He actually comes up and starts skiing downhill, gets that puck. Quick release shot, and you can see Schaefer saying it all by his emotion after he gets the opening goal for the Germans.
2 goals in last year's relegation game. Maxime Schaefer now has the insurance marker for Germany. Their first power play goal.
Yeah, the second goal. I mean, Schaefer, just a big body in the presence net front.
Seidel trying to handle the puck, leaves it to Handel, shot, save made. Wilde, another big save for Denmark.
It's kind of nice to get your opening goal of the tournament in a relegation game. That means so much as well, Kens. It always feels good when you feel like you're contributing and putting up the goals.
Schaefer knows how to elevate his game in these do-or-die moments.
On the queue right now, he has 12 goals and 11 assists.
Playing with Shakutami. Larson looking to get things going for Denmark at the other end. To the blue line, shot save made. Villiard plays it to the corner, Larson picks it up. Far side pass. Kozar, Timo Kozar, fun to see another set of twins representing Germany on the national stage. We've seen that before over the course of these national team programs. Lewandowski, who opened the scoring for Germany, moves his puck forward. Amundsen chased, will feed and find Clevo at the far side. Centering pass, Linde, the captain with speed. In comes Denmark with some momentum.
It's a really nice job by Henzer as well. Just, using your frame to push to the outside. And once you push to the wall, it's really difficult to get anything going when you're an opponent in the offensive zone.
Anderson reverses it down low. Clevo chases after it. Henzer beats him there.
You got to take contact and you got to make contact, right? Really important. And we mentioned the German blue line being big. Henzer, another big frame, and we're watching him play that one-on-one hockey, doing a little shoulder check right now, a little shimmy and shake for a big man.
Denmark, Germany, both opting to go for some change. Henzer taking his time behind the net.
You see the trap there formation, so you want to set up that control exit, the chip in charge now.
Thinking about the importance of the top division, of course, all about the visibility. Got Mats Clevo, Panthers draft pick, leading the way for Denmark. Down by 2, which we've seen over the course of preliminary play. Can't give up on the Danes. They fight till the bitter end. Schaefer feeds it in deep. Denmark reversed it the other way. Kretschmar makes a D-to-D pass. Jams back for Schaefer. He'll pick up speed.
You see the Danes doing a nice job through the neutral zone there to cut the ice in half, and that's all in the steer, right? You want to push to one half of the ice so everyone else can read it. You force that dump in, and as a result, they're able to get out of their zone.
Booz with a primary assist in Schaefer's power play goal. He now has 2 points in this first period. Lenny Booz with Team Germany. Kept in zone. Kramer back into the corner. Shams chasing after it. Germany using the boards to bank this to center. A great look. No offside, so the play will continue on.
And you can see it's kind of just muffled play right in the neutral zone right now. That's what the Danes want, right? They don't want the Germans to be able to have a wave or sort of any pace through the neutral zone. So doing a better job right now of closing down that ice or pulling back in the trap formation.
As we head off to break, a 2-0 lead for Germany. A power play marker. Lewandowski, who opened the scoring for this team.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
This is the ED. It's not for the faint of heart.
Welcome back.
Who else is going to get this place to the 4th of July?
I could use a second set of hands.
And so it begins.
We're going to be playing the EU All-Stars.
This EU team is spectacular.
Players here are overrated.
We are not scared of them.
Hear that, Jersey?
The award-winning medical drama returns. Don't miss a new season. The Max original series, The Pit. Thursday, January 8th on USA Network. Stream on Crave. I haven't seen it, Cheryl.
Neither have I. I don't watch much else than hockey,
good
buddy.
with medical shows. I don't have the stomach for it. Face-off just outside Denmark zone. Ungard hopes to work it in. Germany reverses it. Kozar into the corner off the backboards. Loose puck there. Chance in front. Seidel tried to tuck it in as the puck took an awkward bounce. Amundsen looking for his winger. Germany goes back for it. Ape, a DV pass, quick up. Germany back to neutral ice.
It's interesting, Ken. I've been at Mariucci this whole time, 3M Arena, and those boards are extremely lively. A couple feet on either sides of the net. You've watched teams throughout this tournament, use that as a play.
Next door, Ritter Arena. Teams have been practicing, getting ready. Canada holding their morning skate.
And it can be so difficult. I mean, on the entry, if you just throw it off the backboard, you continue on recognizing where that puck might come out. And Linda, who's played in this building, recognizes it and stays strong to his post and is able to use the paddle, but it just flies back out through the middle of the ice. Lucky that a German wasn't there to be able to get a handle on it. But yeah, very, very lively and really important, especially when you're trying to protect the middle of the ice and you don't want shot blocks. A lot of the time, it is sort of a strategy to go off of the backboard to be able to see if you can find a loose puck quickly for a quick release shot.
With some momentum, Wilhoff on the outside for Germany. Versus it down low. Denmark's done a good job early on in preliminary play, either tying or getting at least within one. The games against Finland and Czechia. Loose puck in behind Wilhoff. Takes a hit, stopped up, has support. Eddie Booz, 2 assists for him in this game. Look to the slot. Shams takes it to the corner, takes a hit from Linde. Wilhoff there for help. He gets taken down. Germany sends 3. Booz stood up again. Pedersen moves this up ice. He'll chip it around, goes after it. Pedersen playing with Penticton in the CHL in his 2nd season. Wilhoff, stretch pass. Lewandowski walks to center. On the outside, Lewandowski, shot saved by Wilde. Keeps it going. Reverse pass. Germany working deep in Denmark's zone. Controlled the bulk of the play in this first period. Denmark, a power play chance, weren't able to capitalize on it.
And you see the Germans trying to transition the puck quickly. We had a couple of opportunities, one on a real nice exit, close support, then that weak side when you hit it, you can enter. You can create off of it, and doing a nice job, too, of working the walls down low, trying to cycle the puck, trying to create some space.
Last time Germany relegated, 2015, it was by Switzerland. Ended up returning to the top division until 2020, and they've been up since. The last 2 relegation games, last tournament, and the tournament before that, it came down to a final goal. Last year, 4-3 win over Kazakhstan for Germany, and the year before that, it went to overtime against Norway. as next year we'll see Norway up in the top division.
You're talking about how you get out of your zone, and it's so absolutely pivotal. You can see it's that top line again, and Vilhoff just that stretch pass, and right through the middle of the ice. You can see Lewandowski just coming around, trying. He's in the middle of the ice, a little fake there, seeing if he can't get them to bite. And as he's going across the grain, trying to beat the goaltender, Vilda. This line has been real strong so far in this game.
Denmark with an offensive zone face-off. On net it will go. Linde pressured by 2. Those are off the glass. Jakobsen trying to keep it in. He'll look and fire it right back down.
A lot of the time that's how you get out too. A lot of these countries, especially internationally, like to use that far side rim and try and, you know, get some pace going off of the rush, but a lot of the time you can't go up the same side, right? That's where you're trying to pressure you, squeeze you to one side of the ice. Love that weak side exit. And keep your eyes on. As a former defender, you know, gotta look at that.
Svedmesko to the near side. Poole finds some room, chips it in. Zolan off the board, Sved again. Shot on net. Wilde plays it to the corner. Answer back down. Germany heading Denmark in their own end again, able to come out to play at center. Mowell driving wide. Schultz there for help. Schultz, a clear angle. He'll take it off the post. It will go. Larson moving things forward for Denmark the other way. Reverse pass. Schultz back in the corner for Germany. Reverse pass. Seidel has some room. Great patience. Seidel takes it to center. Fresh legs. Near side now on the backhand, looking for the extra shot. Kozer right there.
And you're seeing again the quick transitions.
Seidel, an angle, draws in pressure. Larson steals it back and sends it to center.
Yeah, some turnover chances from being in good spots on the ice. In particular, Nick Mowell. I mean, when you're above the puck and you close quickly, you know, you can use your stick to disrupt and get the puck towards the net. Germans have done a nice job of it.
Seidel ribs it around, house support. Kozer holds the line, challenging Denmark. Back to center. Carlos Handel playing with the Halifax Newheads. Now, new owner, the Simons taking over ownership 2023. Bobby Smith selling his majority stake in the team. Brand new locker room. It looks good at Scotiabank. Lenny Booz showing his speed. He'll go on 10. Booz driving wide. Can't quite get the shot off. Keeps possession down low. Schwartz, the captain of Germany, tucks it in. It's shot saved. Looking for the rebound. It's loose in front. And Germany will head to center.
Well, again, you know, you have a nice exit where you're nice and controlled.
Well, a few extra whacks will lead to a penalty. Denmark is going to go back to the power play. Slashing is going to be the call. Looks like Kozer will have to sit for 2. So Denmark, a chance to get back into this one, the relegation game. They're off to the power play when we return.
When it all comes together, it could mean you're ready to talk to your doctor about Wegovy. Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
Wouldn't life be great if you didn't have to wait to upsize for your dream retirement? Invest with Fidelity, and reaching your goals may just take less time than you think.
From a first game to their biggest game. From ESSO medals to gold medals, we're dedicated to Canada's game.
Well, the Danes go back to the power play, and it's going to be Timo Kozer. I mean, he's fighting for position net front, and, you know, there's real offensive pressure and sustained pressure, and you can see it fighting for the puck 1-2, but it's going to be afterwards, or it's going to come, there's going to be a slash, and he is going to go to the penalty box. Everyone's going to plead their case here, but that's going to be deserved as he was fighting for the space. So that slashing call, and you can tell his coach, Tobias Abstreiter, not happy, especially when you have that offensive zone pressure. You're 200 feet from your own zone. You you want to take care of business. You're getting opportunities, and that slash behind, like done that once in a while when I was playing, but the hack and whack. Last name Pounder, girl.
It's fitting. Germany leads the tournament in most minor penalties, giving the Danes an opportunity here. They landed 2 shots on their power play previously in this first period. They'll work this puck around. Jakobsen to Larson. Top of the circles, Larson, Linde, the captain, a shot tipped in front. Here goes to the corner. Linde keeps it in. Boomsgaard, another one of their heavy hitters for Denmark, finds Jakobsen. Larson has some room. Opts for the pass, looking for Clevo for the one-timer. Allows Germany to get the clear.
You can see that Larson, you'll see him at the top, you'll see him on the left or the right flank as he's creating a lot of the space, but forces that play again through.
Out in front, a great drive, Linde. Takes the ice given.
You don't want to force play, especially when you've got the setup. You want to work the puck with movement to be able to get the PK to chase outside of the dots and move their sticks. That movement of the sticks allows you to get to the seams you want.
Limo looking for Larson. Linde to Jakobsen. Far side, Larson calls for it. Has a lane, look, Clevo, empty, Nanny finds it. Denmark within 1. That's Clevo, his second of the tournament. And a power play goal for the Danes.
The Danes who came in 1 for 9 are able to converge on their second power play opportunity. And again, you got to recover pucks and you got to move them quick, and then you got to get off the wall. And that's exactly what happens. Get it to the middle of the ice, hit the weak side. We just finished talking about Larson and moving the sticks, and you have to find ways to move the sticks with a little deception. He's going to get Shams to move his stick to the outside, which is going to open up the lane. You see number 6 for Germany is going to turn one way. That is going to open up the seam for Clevo on the back door, who says hello for his second of the tournament.
Panthers' 4th round pick gives the Danes some life on the power play. Larson was looking for him, and 3rd time's a charm on that pass as Clevo found space. And as the Danes on the board, his only other goal came against Canada, a 9-1 loss. That was their 3rd preliminary game. Canada shot 49-13 in that game, but they were still able to get that lone goal. Germany looking to respond. Outside shot, Lenny Booz on net. Rolde makes the save.
Well, and the power play operating through Larson, whether he's on the delay coming up for the entry, but it's all about recovery and how quickly. Look at the shoulder check, read the pressure on one side of the hip to go high to the point. You've got everyone on one side of the ice, so when you distribute it down to Larson, right, everyone starts to move. You can see number 6 for Germany, Shams. He's saying, I'm going to try and block this shot. The moment he goes down and turns his feet and turns his stick, it's Larson that says, yeah, there it is. There's my diagonal seam or lane to Clevo, sitting on the back door.
Lewandowski working in along the boards. Boomgard has it at center, moves it ahead for Larson. He'll turn the Jets on. Steered to the corner. Wilhoft moves it ahead, a centering pass. Lenny Booz takes it through center. Booz, an outside shot high and off the glass. So Clevo from Larson and Jakobsen, another shot here, blocked in front. Bertrand lays the body down. Wilhoff chasing after it at the far side. Has help. Lewandowski through the legs. Stood up. Tried for it. Bertrand just played the body. Lewandowski, another angle. 2 number 11s. In on a board battle. Finds the blue line. Kosar pinches, cuts in. Denmark will able to make a clear.
Well, you're seeing the chemistry between Lewandowski, Booz, and Wilhoft, and just they're always around one another, especially in the offensive zone. So when they're making contact or fighting for a puck, that next guy in that second layer is right there. And you can see them just working outside and that quick release to the middle of the ice, but nice block in the middle of the ice. That's anticipation, recognizing I got to get out to that threat. A nice job by Bertrand to get in the lane to take away that high danger look.
Off the face-off, backhanded shot. Wide will go. Poole first on it. Elias Poole. It's Saskatoon. Another shot. Looking for the loose puck. Schaefer leaves it on net as the save's made. Everybody's found a dancing partner after this whistle. Schaefer in with Amundsen, and at the other side as well, Grieva got tied up after the whistle.
Well, we're just about 20 minutes into the opening frame, and man, oh man, Kens, we're in a tilt right now. Everyone fighting for space on the ice. If you've got that puck, you better be aware, because you're going to have to take a hit to try and gain possession, and that's what this game is all about. Contact, finding the puck, doing what it takes to try and get it in transition in your favor. But man, it's step-ups in the neutral zone, getting the puck going the other way after the whistle, in and around the net. We're in a tilt here, trying to stay in that top division.
So Schaefer to the box, Amundsen as well for their extracurriculars. Likely offsetting penalties. Faceoff will be in Denmark's zone.
You can see Germany trying to get the change here, wanting to get the matchup that they want, and Tobias Abstreiter trying to send out Seidel.
Abstreiter, an assistant with Germany's Olympic team, which is going to be so fun to watch. The likes of Tim Stützle, Leon Draisaitl.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. That run when 2021, Stützle and Peterka, they created magic on this World Junior ice together. We're going to find some consistency now since then. Remain in this top division. Come down to the wire. They find a way to dig deep in this must-win game. Clevo comes out with it. Didn't like his options. He'll turn back. Jakobsen, point for him in this game. Enzer takes the hit. Germany reverses it up ice. Ekmal to center. Linde has some room. Towards the end of his shift, feeds it off. Clevo on the near side. Back to center, hoping for a shot. Germany clears it away. Under 30 seconds to go in the first period. Both teams getting on the score sheet. Germany in the lead by 1. Hilliard comes out to settle this puck. Ooh, into the hands of Denmark from the blue line. Shot wide, it will go. Kramer with a great look. Final seconds, Denmark has a look, looking for their second. Schultz will just play it out the other way. Final second, Schultz, Jeeves tries for the pass far side. Schwartz was driving, but the buzzer sounds.
I gotta say though, I mean, right at the dying seconds of the period, Schultz, as you mentioned, had a chance, and he's looking for the seam play and says it's a 2v1, and he's going to make the play. I think he's going to take the shot there. What a play by Jesper. They recognize I have numbers down low, but hitting the weak side of the ice, whether it's a defender jumping in or whether it's offense, this is where you can create your attack off of the rush. Look at the little shoulder check by Hendel there. Now all of a sudden you got that second layer in, and look at 4 bodies coming up the ice together. I mean, that is the connection you want. Even on the delay, advance it right away, draw on the sticks, even the board banks back to the weak side of the ice. And this is an element that allows your team to stay connected. You take contact to get it, and you use the rim, but look at this, just a little top it to the middle of the ice, but you've got those numbers now. So now all of a sudden, you've got players around the puck, Kens. I feel like it's happening well for them in the offensive zone as well, where you're around the puck together, and you're the second layer in quickly, you're gonna recover the loose puck.
Schaefer's goal, the difference maker, Germany's first power play goal of the tournament, coming in a big time in the first period. Now as we open up the second period, Denmark, Jakobsen got a point in this game. Trying to break this puck out. Germany looking to feed it back the other way.
You see the hit by Linde there.
Ooh. In zone, looking in front. Seidel's had some looks as well for Germany in this game. Turnover, Schwartz, the captain, looks deep in the zone. Linde moves it up ice. Their captain, Anton Linde, did really well in the face-off dot in the first period. 72%, with 8 of his 11 draws, and that will bode well for Denmark as this game goes on, to have someone strong in the face-off dot.
Well, he also had 4 shots on goal in that opening frame. I mean, when your team is only putting up 9, that's a big number. So playing just shy of 8 minutes as well, so can be relied upon here.
Pettersson has some room. Out wide, in comes Pettersson. And Penticton in the CHL gets tied up. It was 1-on-2 in the corner.
That's a great job by Jakobsen to actually recover. He stumbled when he turned in that transition, but is able to use his stick for leverage to disrupt that play.
Booz gets steered to the corner. Hendel there to help out the blue line. Ilhoff shot from the blue line, save made. Shams chips it back into the corner. Germany good job of holding the line. Slap shot from the blue line, blocked in front. Stromstad taking the brunt of that shot off his shin pads. Another look. Lewandowski in the corner, looking for Vilhoft. Hendel, D-to-D pass. Denmark challenges. That gives room. Lenny Booz, another shot. Wide it will go. Some sustained pressure now for Germany. Open up this second period against Denmark. Lewandowski, reverse, handle, shot on net. Blocker save by Wilde. Booz off in front, tipped home, a good goal. Dustin Vilhoft, his first in this relegation game, makes it 3-1 for Germany. Shams with the original shot, looks as though he will get credited.
Well, and again, you can look at this puck possession and this movement. You throw it at the net, you can recover it. You're going to get 3 up high near, so you have that option. You create your 2v1s, and there's support all over the ice. That's what I'm talking about, Ken. So now you can throw it at the net. I mean, a lot of dancing on the outside, a lot of great puck movement. You can see Shams is going to put that puck to the net and believe it's going to go off. Olsen skating in the net. But listen, when you've got a player backdoor and you're creating a little bit of chaos, you're trying to take away that space from Vilhoft. Olsen isn't even sure that it hits his skate and goes in, but gets redirected. But a lot of that is just from great puck movement on the outside, consistently moving and creating an option for the puck carrier.
Well, Shams led the line for the celebration. 3-1, Germany leads. Ungard steals the puck away, look net front. Germany back to center. Ungard will try again, looking for Larson on the near side. Oliver Larson now leading Denmark in point production over the course of this tournament. 5 points to lead the way.
And he played a ton as well in that opening frame. 9:44. But again, you can see Olsen on the bench there, and it does go off of his skate. Shams is going to put that puck to the net. Just going to go off that left inside edge and just get redirected into the net. And that's a tough one for Vilda. You know, anytime you're a goaltender and you're sitting there, it goes off of a skate. I mean, you got no chance on it. I've actually scored 2 in my own net in one game. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. It was the slide. Good. Placement of the stick.
Shams with his first of the tournament, all smiles. Booz now with 3 assists in this game. Lewandowski rounding things out on the scoring. Back down into Denmark's end. Wilde plays it to the corner. Rune takes the hit. Germany back in control. One-time shot from the blue line. Great release. Pape lets it go. Jakobsen takes his time. Looks for the centering feed. Patterson again using his speed through neutral ice. Moves it for Clevo. Denmark's lone goal scorer leaves it back. Germany first on it. Patterson trying to win the board battle. Germany comes out with it and sends it to center. Zeeland takes it wide for Denmark, has Clevo there for help.
Pape's lucky he didn't get a hold there. Saw his hand come off of his stick and the wraparound.
Here's Pape playing with Trail in the BCHL. New teammates as well on this team, Enser and as well. Denmark getting some time in Germany's zone. Ernstein to the blue line, long shot looking for the loose puck in front. Germany plays it back to neutral ice. Quick reverse, house time. Ernstein picks it up for Denmark. Top of the circles, looks for a blue line pass, gets pressured. Schwartz steals it away, and up ice comes Germany. Foul, long shot off the glass, redirected. Seidel working in, has some help. Germany holding the line again and sending it back down into Denmark's zone.
Shams with holding the puck in there, nice spacing through the neutral zone. Big man's going to come back. Just lead the exit there.
Seidel with a stretch pass, gets it on net. Vilhoff with support on the far side. This line goes back to work. A chance here. Seidel picks the corner. Simon Seidel. It's Germany's 4th.
Now this line is doing some significant damage, and it's on the hunt, right? It's all going to start on the back end. We were talking about Shams going back and throwing that puck up ice, and then it's going to be Hendel. You can see coming through the middle of the ice, Seidel. It's all about puck recovery. Wilhoft on it. And now all of a sudden, we talk about that close connection. Look at that. Draw in two and pop to the dot. Seidel is right there. Nice play by Wilhoft. Sort of splitting two Danes with that puck, and Seidel right on the dot, on and off the stick to beat Vilda. Just the connection we talked about all around the puck, but the spacing, the connection around this line. They always have somewhere to move the puck, but they're always aware of what they're creating and who they're drawing in and what team is available. But that is one heck of a shot by Seidel. That's going to be his second of the tournament. Great shot, but an even better pass.
He's played at the under-18s. He's played at the Hlinka. Seidel with his second of the tournament, a highlight reel goal. Another goal came against the United States. That was Germany's first game of this tournament. Another shot, Denmark looking to respond. Jakobsen takes it deep in zone, has Larson. Straczynski responds with his top line. Larson down low. Green working in along the boards. Trying to start the cycle, finds the blue line. Jakobsen back down. Villar makes the save, gets a whistle.
Again, Kenz, you know, it all starts with the exits. We talked about that after the first intermission and just moving that puck and advancing it. And it's going to be two defenders that throw it up the middle of the ice. Seidel's going to throw it off, bank it off the boards, and then it's on the recovery. Vilhoff, look at this, just going to turn away from pressure, draw in, puck below the goal line play. I love this play because anytime you're below a goal line, you're forcing the toes of your opponent to turn. They don't see what's behind them, and Seidel says, I'm going to take the space that Vilhoff's created. Beautiful pass and great finish.
Playing with the Blades, currently sitting 5th in the Eastern Conference right now. Vilhoft has been fun to watch over the course of this tournament. Clevo shot looking for a rebound. Villar all over it. Official's arm goes straight up. Looks like we'll have a penalty after the whistle and some more rough stuff.
Well, Dane's trying to throw some pressure at the net here, and you can see after the whistle, a lot happening to sort this out. It didn't look like Max Henzer just might have hurt his upper body. I'm not sure if it was hand or what, but you can see just the takedown there, net front. Guys going at it as Pape is down low and Paul comes in.
2-minute penalty for interference.
So Pape in the box, 2 minutes for interference, sends the Danes back on the power play. Their third of the game.
And the puck just gets thrown at the net, and there it is, the left hand of Henzer, and he kind of was laboring, going to the bench while this melee was ensuing net front. You can see Clevo's in on it. Nonetheless, the Danes back to the power play here, seeing if they can't strike and get within two.
Another opportunity for Denmark. Looking to remain in the top division. Jakobsen will go back for it. Wilde leaves it back for his top defender, and he'll look up ice. Marcus Jakobsen. I think that was third assist in this relegation game on the lone goal from Clevo. The power play as he takes it in low. As Linde on the far side. Back down. Jakobsen. Larson calls for it. Look for Clevo again in the slot. There's a look, reverses it past Jakobsen, so close to keep it in.
Well, you can see Larson's on his strong side on this one, on this option, and I think it's a lot of the reason is because he can distribute and he loves to move that puck.
They score! Another power play marker at the hands of Clevo for his second of the game. A big goal for Denmark. The power play's been the difference maker.
We were just talking about Larson and the distribution and the mind that he has. Well, reason why I believe that he'd be that option on his strong side. It's going to be movement from the back end, and Jakobsen's going to advance that puck, and there it is. Beautiful dish sauce to a space by Larson. But it all starts from the back end. Jakobsen with the quick play, and right here, just the dish, the sauce. Right to Clevo, and he makes no mistake going short side on Vaillard to be able to put it away. And we said you got to strike on the power play, get within two. Came in 1 for 9, and a couple now answering the call with the man advantage.
His second of the game. 2 big power play goals for the Danes. Germany working at the other end. On net, wide it will go. Closer. Keeps it in. He'll hold the line and flip it into the far corner. Lewandowski. This line goes back to work. Any Booze heads back as the Danes pressure. Pedersen can't keep it in. Finds some room. Stromstad. He gets tied up. Pedersen brings it in. He'll take a hit. Chips it into the corner. Stromstad looks back up ice. So 4-2. Germany leads the way. 2 goals for them in this middle frame. The Danes also getting on the board. That's 2 relegation games Germany's been a part of. It's come down to 1 goal, one of which needing extra time, the other decided in regulation. Lewandowski has some room, starts the cycle. Wilhoft in front, looking for Booze, has support. Lewandowski, another look into the slot. Wilhoft on the backhand. Turns it to the blue line. A great stick by Boomgaard, forcing it the other way.
That's a great stick by Boomgaard, and he wants to get on the hunt as they're going to get a line change here. But, you know, down in the offensive zone for Germany, you see a lot of this line with Booze they actually come into the middle of the ice, so they'll shrink or converge in the middle only to pull it back out.
Outside look for Germany. Wilhoft makes the save. Riva has some time. A chance here. Challenged it. Wilde came far outside its net. A much-needed save for Denmark. Shams tied up by Clevo. He'll go 1-on-2 and is able to gain control of it. But Schaefer will pick up the loose puck, finds a centering pass. Poole drives the lane. Poole trying for that extra shot. He wants a call on the sequence.
That's 2 real good chances, good looks on this shift for Poole.
Looks straight at the official. Was open for more. Schaefer slows up play. Looks for a pass to center. Germany will pull it back to center ice.
So you see the pace of Poole as well, and it's got that nice strong release. Traded December 9th to Saskatoon from Spokane.
Lone goal in this tournament, the tying goal against Sweden. Wound up being an 8-1 win for Sweden. It was their 3rd preliminary game. For a pass out in front, another good look. Seidel finds the blue line. Hampe's shot from the blue line again leads to a rebound chance. Denmark able to get a hold of it. Kramer will take his time. 4-2 the score. To open up a busy day of hockey at the World Junior. Stromstad end-to-end brings it into the near corner, gets tied up, has support. Zeeland finds the blue line. Shot here into the glove of Villiard. Denmark pushing. A trip to Edmonton on the line next year at the World Juniors.
When it all comes together, it could mean you're ready to talk to your doctor about Wegovy. Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
I don't want to wait, man.
What are you talking about?
Anaconda.
Yes!
Grab your friends.
I'm in.
Sweet!
See the biggest comedy in the world.
Like a dinosaur!
It's the perfect popcorn movie for the holidays. Anaconda.
From a first game to their biggest game. From ESSO medals to gold medals. We are dedicated to Canada's game.
The Florida Panthers is doing a job on the power play. Not 1, but 2 goals in that area. Backdoor is able to get it on and off his stick to put it in the empty basket. But man, oh man, what a dish by Larson. And he's on his strong side, going short side on Vallard. And is able to get 2 on the score sheet for the Danes to keep them within 2 of Germany right now. And Mats Clevo and his line mates doing a job.
Larson Jakobsen assisting both of the goals for Clevo's. Power play. Getting some looks. Bungard out in front. The slot shot. They score! Oliver Green gets Denmark within one.
You can see Oliver Green. I mean, he is just juice going through the line here. And this is right off of a face-off. You jump down, and you're able to have that puck below the goal line. You're working, you're fighting for it. And now, all of a sudden, you feel like you got it. But look at this giveaway. You got to recognize where you're on the ice. Kosher just gives it back. And now, all of a sudden, you all chase the puck. So that's going to leave a space in the middle of the ice. I think he thought he had his D partner below the goal line. Thought he was going right to it. But instead, it went to the hands of the Danes and winds up in the back of the net. And anytime that puck goes low to high, so difficult for a goaltender to be able to track that. But Green's going to get his first of the tournament. You can see how amped he was on that. Denmark making a push here, Kens.
Can't count out the Danes. Green is first of the tournament. Bungard is third assist over the course of this event. And Denmark will keep pushing. Rune holding the line, fires it right back down. Green playing with Malmo's junior team this year.
We said that this was a key line to be able to get some offense going coming in to the tournament. We thought that this was going to be something. Only 8 goals for that line at 50%. 4 of the goals. Green was still waiting for his first one.
They were able to put up 3 against Latvia. That was a must-win game if Denmark wanted to have a quarter-final appearance. Third period got away from them. Latvia won 6-3. Latvia will take on Sweden today in their quarterfinal game as whoa, stick blade straight into the stands off the broken stick. Oh, keepsake, if you will, for a fan in the stands. Vilhoff steals the puck back. In front, shot, save made, a highlight reel save by Wilde. Booze gets denied. Denmark finding some momentum. 2 goals in this second period. They're within 1 against Germany.
The nice thing about the middle of nowhere is it's in the middle of nowhere. Get an Airbnb and go where hotels can't.
Right now at Harvey's, you can get 2 flame-grilled burgers for just $8. Make it an original, veggie, or one of each, and top them just the way you like. That's 2 burgers for $8, only until February 1st.
We're going to be playing the EU All-Stars.
This EU team is spectacular.
Players here are overrated.
We are not scared of them.
Hear that, Jersey?
Well, Anton Wilde had to be sharp as Lenny Booz is going to get in. And it's going to be a nice play here again. You see 3 high, and then you're diving down, and everyone gets tracked because there's 3 Germans up high, and it's going to be Lenny Booz coming through the slot, is able to get a quick release shot off to the forehand, trying to use the defense as a screen. And Wilde says, tracks that one perfectly to be able to make the save and hold on. No second chance opportunity.
Nice taps from staff on the bench, giving their nod. A great save for Wilde, who's seen the most shots in this tournament. Shot just wide, it will go for Schaefer, hungry for his second of the game.
So difficult to be able to sort of front a big man or even get his stick. I mean, he's really fighting for position to find pucks.
Wilde just 17 years old, Denmark's netminer. Big save for him in this second period. Green stopped up just in front of Denmark's bench. Loose pocket center. Germany gains a hold of it. Griva trying for a centering feed. Poole is driving. Amundsen off the backhand. Bungard. Larson has it. Toe drag pulls it back. A nice move, but Germany able to reverse the play. Schaefer drops it back. Griva to Schaefer. Save made by Wilde again. Back down to the corner. Green to the slot, and Rune finds Larson. Under 8 to go in this second period.
Well, that's going to be an icing, and Maxime Schaefer doing a real nice job, especially in the middle of the ice. And you're going to see this here. You see him net front. He's battling for position and just wants to make sure that he has his stick available, right? He recognizes he's got a defender underneath him, but he says, if I can get my stick on this puck, and he does, just misses the net as he corrals it and is able to get a quick shot off, goes by the net, then just wreaks havoc. And what that does is it forces defenders to come to him and try and take away his ice. And so difficult to do, but in doing that, a lot of the time, it does free up someone else in the O zone who's playing with Schaefer.
Schaefer, Capitals draft pick, third rounder in 2025, playing with Chicoutimi this year. Seidel keeps going, brings it into Denmark zone, finds a blue line pass. Handle, Seidel, shot, locked in front, rebound chance, save made, Wilde holds the post.
And again, you see Schwartz net front and again fighting for position.
Pettersson gets crunched along the boards, tries to reverse it to Linde, goes too far, and Germany heads the other way. Schwartz draws it out wide, takes in Olesen for pressure. Lewandowski has support. Seidel right there to help out in the board battle.
It's a great shift by Schwartz, and using his body above the puck there to be able to close in the neutral zone.
Here comes Clevo. Shot off the skate of Linde. That one's going to sting. Linde heads to the bench, just trying to shake it off the other way. Germany gets a great look. Shout shot. Now on the back check. Zeeland takes it in with speed for Denmark. Certainly the ice opening up in this middle frame for both teams. Booz working in along the blue line. Kretschmar has some time. He'll reverse it. Kozer looks up ice, finds a pass. A few extra shoves behind the play here in Germany's end. Another look. Lewandowski finds a corner pass. Coming out with it again, trying to tuck it home. Booz up against Wilde. This has been a fun back and forth. The goaltender in number 17 for Germany. A few looks. That shot high for Germany. And they've got a few extra shoves, keeping both benches involved.
This line is all over the ice right now.
Lewandowski into the corner, loose puck. Lenny Booz rolls off.
The big thing here is you want to keep it in zone. You want to look for a high danger look. Get that puck low, unless you think you're ripping it in, because you don't want to whistle unless that puck winds up in the back of the net. A really tired, fatigued Dane squad on the back.
In comes Vilhoff, shot, save made, Wilde. Into the corner, that buys some time. Amundsen will make the safe play and allow the Danes to get a much-needed change. Everybody heads off for Denmark as Oliver Green moves his puck to center. He's gotten Denmark within one. Glove down, now on the backhand. Denmark gets steered to the corner.
Another nice defensive play by Enzer, who looked to hurt his left hand or wrist, but back in action here.
Linde also blocking a big shot for Denmark. Hopping off to the bench after thinking it'll just sting.
That's interesting. Tempo feels a little different right now here as well, the game's 4-3. You can see the Danes really creating some pressure. Their feet are moving. Their first few strides are quicker right now. Kansas, just a different vibe about them, different energy.
2 goals in this period for Denmark. Back up at the top division for the first time since 2019. Olsen finds Bungard. Now to center, it's Oliver Green. Pulls it in. On ice, Clevo. Back down to Green. A back pass to Clevo. A shot, toe save by Villar.
Well, that's a prime time example of an entry where you've got the mid-lane drive, because you come through the middle, you kick it out, you keep going, and now all of a sudden you're available for a give and go, or the coverage comes with you and the high ice is available. Nice play by Green.
Then it back out for Denmark. Floats it to center. Clevo using his speed. Handle. Halifax moves head. Sends it in zone. Golden plays it to the corner. Clevo with a clean breakout for Denmark. Moves it ahead. Linde chasing after it. Carlos Handel steering him to the corner. Hands get up high, but the play continues on. Linde changes as that puck may have followed him time into Denmark's bench, but the player will continue on. Riva pulls it in for Germany. Near side pass. Foul shot, Tose Wilde, another big save for Denmark's goaltender in this middle frame. Kozar chips it in. Seidel first on it at the far end. Simon Seidel has some support. Schwartz and Seidel working in Denmark's end. Sewn away by Amundsen. And he'll skate through center and feed it into Germany's zone. Under 2.5 to go in this second period. The game has certainly opened up. The intensity has gotten to a new level. Lewandowski. Ryan Schwartz, he'll take it in. Drops it back. Lewandowski through two. Gets stood up by Boomgaard, and he'll reverse the play. Icing waved off. Play continues on. Kozar looks near side as icing goes.
Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
Well, Speth Mariscal, and you can see Poole through the boards, puck's on the boards, and it was funny because all the Danes are changing right now, and they're off the ice. There's only about 2 Danes on the ice as the puck is going the other way for the rush.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I was just staring at it. Puck
staying.
Just holding there.
Staying on the shoulder of the bench. Play continues on. Under 2 to go. Seidel, Germany. Having himself a game. Moves it through center. Loses an edge just as he enters over the blue line.
Smart play, though, to change the point of attack. Get it to the other side of the ice. When he dropped, everyone kind of came to him.
Lewandowski takes the body. Linde reverses it to the far side. Kramer stopped up. Speth Mariscal works it in as Germany holds up high. Handel looking on next. It's a few skates. Is Pettersson. Another chance at it on the near side boards.
You see the Germans a lot of the time, do they do come up 3 up high. Real difficult to defend when you've got sort of 3 guys up.
Chance here, stopped by Wilde. Lewandowski, a great look. Right in the slot for Germany. Handel draws down Pettersson. Keeps going. Finds a blue line shot. Locked in front, off into the near corner. Final minutes to go in the second period. Germany pressing. Far side pass. Handel protects, shakes off Linde. Cuts in front. Back to the blue line. Another look, this time Jams, who's got a goal in this period, finds Carlos Handel, shot wide, hoping to keep it in. Germany keeps pressing, a long shift now for the Danes. Four, 3, Germany leads as the clock winds down in the middle frame in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
Next generation of stars become legends, and lifelong dreams turn to gold. It's the annual tournament that defines Canadian pride. The 2027 World Junior Championship is coming to Edmonton and Red Deer. Don't miss your chance to celebrate a holiday hockey tradition you'll never forget. Ticket packages won't last long. Your best shot at seeing Team Canada at home is to sign up for the priority draw. Don't wait. The draw closes January 6th. Sign up free at hockeycanada.ca.
Well, PWHL continues tomorrow as the Vancouver Golden Eyes take on the Boston Fleet in Detroit. Coverage gets underway at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN. Boston Fleet certainly the team to beat right now in the PWHL. Meanwhile, for Denmark, well, they travel lightly, if you will, with this Danish flag that has seen a lot of stadiums. The 1992, when the Denmark football team won their first ever Euros, that flag was there. It was in the 2021 Euros during the COVID tournament when Denmark hosted a few soccer games as well. It was there and traveled them to the Division 1A championship last year where Denmark won and earned their promotion this year. So it's a well-traveled flag, has the soccer lineage. Vilhoff shot high will go. Wilde makes the save. That's at the hands of Frederick Amundsen's father. He's a big Danish soccer fan, and it's his flag that he makes sure his son, Frederick, carries every tournament this junior team has been together over the last few years.
I'm not sure what fell on the ice here. We saw the puck, and then we saw, I don't know whether it was a piece of equipment. There it is, right out of the official. I guess it's the whistle or microphone. Definitely the microphone.
Notebook, microphone.
It's bread and butter, but absolutely love the sauce to Clevo for his second power play goal of the game. But overall, I feel like Oliver Larsson has been dancing all around the ice. I mean, he'll take it on the outside, he'll shrink, he'll come into the middle of the ice, he'll delay, allow play to catch up. And I think if this team is going to be successful, get an equalizer, number 13 will be part of it.
Oliver Larsson, 18 years old, leads Denmark in scoring now, 6 points with his 2 assists in this game. Kenzie Lone with you alongside Cheryl Pounder. Britt Dort on the desk for this relegation game. Winner remains in the top division next year in Edmonton. This position Germany very familiar with. They've been part of the relegation series or game 18 times in their history at the juniors, and they have survived 11 of those 18 times, including the last 2 in a row, and they're in the driver's seat up by 1.
Well, yeah, and it's only 1 though, right? So you can look at the shot total, but it doesn't matter. And you know, when you're 1 shot away from getting the equalizer, you know, face-offs become so important, especially when you're in the offensive zone for the Danes right now.
Off the face-off. Carlos Handels played a lot of minutes over the course of this tournament. Finds Vilhoff. He drives down the wing. Vilhoff drives the net out in front, looking for that slot pass. Top line to work for Germany. They came into this game just 5 goals over the course of their 4 preliminary games. Well, they have 4 goals in this relegation game alone. Vilhoff, this line's been driving it for them. Tries to pass it off, and lose 3 points for him in this game. Play will get blown down. Being injured on the sequence. Stromstad slow to get up for Denmark.
Yeah, he's really laboring here. Some contact with Vilhoff. Having a conversation with the stripes here, but you're right, his trainer has to come over.
Play happened just off the rush to the right side of your screen. Vilhoff and him colliding and quickly rolls over.
Well, his leg kind of gets caught. I'm just not sure whether when he goes into the boards there, whether it's when he's landed on, whether it's shoulder underneath him. He is up.
Stromstad helped off. Good to see him with some motion as he is assisted off. Sits on the bench. Keep our eyes on number 10 for Denmark over the course of this 3rd period. And Stromstad looks like he's headed down the tunnel.
You know, I think it might be a shoulder here. Again, speculation, because it did look like it could have been his leg when he went into the boards funny, but then when he kind of rolled, you rolled just a little bit, and Vilhoff just kind of lands on him with that shoulder tucked underneath him. So hopefully he comes back down the tunnel the other way, that is, towards the bench.
And Vilhoff, not a very tall player. Wound up getting tangled with Stromstad on the play, and
sometimes it's just the way you fall, right? And the way you get, you know, caught. It doesn't always have to be hard. It's just the awkwardness of it.
Larsson, Boomsgad. Schaefer back down into the corner. Maxim Schaefer had 2 goals in last year's relegation game against Kazakhstan. That was a 4-3 win for Germany, and has another one here in 2026. Puck held along the line. Bungard looks for Larsson. One-time shot just high. A great look for Oliver Larsson to even the scoring. Denmark with a big play early in this 3rd period.
That would have made me look smart.
Hey, it would. Doesn't take much to make you look
it takes a lot,
smart,
my friend. It takes a lot.
Off the sequence. Back down in Denmark's zone. Quick pass to center. Linde takes a hit. He gets tied up, collides with Kretschmar on the bench.
He didn't have a shot in the second period, and he did put score up on the board and the opening frame, so they really need that, their captain, to find ways to get that puck on and off his stick towards the net.
Denmark had just 4 shots on net in the second period, but they did score 2 goals.
And Larson with that opportunity, and it comes off of a turnover up ice, and you can see the hustle back here and just trying to shield the puck, and all of a sudden you get the takeaway as you can see Mahler isn't able to hold on to it, and just in the middle of the ice, and that dish to, look at this, to Larson, and it's Green that gives it to him and just misses the net. I mean, he had the upstairs, upper part of the net. There was daylight there, and a lot of it just misses the net.
Pape taking his time off the glass, chips it to center. Jakobsen jumps on it. One of the 6 players of the multi-point game here this afternoon. Jakobsen finds a corner pass.
When he came out with 2 assists and most time on ice for the Danes, just over 21.5 minutes coming into this relegation game.
It's been key for Denmark on the power play. Ernstine looks to center. Got a hit's thrown just in front of the benches. Schultz comes in for Germany. Drop pass, Seidel. Takes it to the backhand. Seidel looking for another angle. He goes for a skate. Pulls it back. On net it will go. Wilde makes the save. Rebound chance. Schultz again with a look in the slot. And he took an extra slash there, and you can see him waving that left hand. Schultz heads off for Germany.
Yeah, you got to watch the line change as well. You can't go as a 4 or even 5-man unit for that matter, Ken. You got to make sure you got to be able to stay and apply pressure.
Seidel towards the end of his shift feeds it to center. It's a 1-goal game right now. Germany in the lead. Seidel's goal is the difference maker.
Transitions and go the other way. Look at this. Everyone's on one side of the ice. That's where the puck is, and everyone says, yeah, let's go. Well, when you turn that puck over because you got nowhere to move it, you're all on one side. It makes its way to the other side, and now all of a sudden you're giving up too much in the offensive zone. Clear possession, clean possession because of your line change. You got to clean that up in a 1-goal game, or you will be on the wrong side of it when your goaltender has to come up big, as you see Schultz there getting a good look, and that pressure all comes off of that line change. You cannot go wholesale.
Face off to the left of Wilde. Kretschmeier keeps this play in zone. Amundsen takes the body, draws the penalty. Germany's going to go to the power play. Schwartz was tied up on the play. Amundsen looking for more of an explanation.
A game of specialty teams right now, isn't it? And you can just see the wraparound. You see he takes his hands off his stick, and that's a hold. I mean, right? You're going to take your hand off your stick. You're behind your opponent. You got to get your feet moving and try and gain position that way.
Number 11, 2 minutes penalty for holding.
So Monson can plead his case, but his hand came off his stick. It was the wraparound, and you impede the movement of your opponent with that hold, with that grab. You're going to go to the box every time. And you got to be calculated. You got to know where the official is as well if you're going to pull that.
Certainly. Sending Germany back to the power play, 1-for-1 in this game. It was Schaefer's power play goal back in the first period. Booz taking the draw for Germany. Rose handle to Lenny Booz. Steps down. Lewandowski takes his time. Down low for Booz. Back to the blue line. Carlos handles wrist shot. Blocked in front. Linde taking the brunt of Handel's shot. Blocks it. It's going to head off for a change.
Oh, that's your captain right there, right? That's an intangible, and you got to have that if you want to be on the PK, especially in such a critical time. 1-goal game, and Anton Linde doing a real nice job anticipating where that puck was going.
Bungard doing a good job on the kill. Penalty on the way. I believe Bungard will get called for that tripping call. Lewandowski blew a tire. So a 2-man advantage for Germany.
And this is really tough, right? You're not in your own zone. It's not a stick infraction in your own zone where you're really fighting for a puck, and it's incidental and winds up in the offensive zone, and now you're going to take another penalty. So it is going to be the tripping call. Coaches hate these, especially the stick infraction, and does get in. It is a trip, and so yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's an accident or it's incidental. It is under the stick. And earlier with the block, we were talking about the captain and paying the price. Look at this, trying to get off, knowing the pain he's in, but recognizing the entire bench. Listen, that's a momentum shift anytime you see anyone block a shot like that, especially your captain. You can see now the 5-on-3. Germany's taking a timeout here.
So we take a look at the ability to avoid that relegation. Last 2 years in a row, they took down Kazakhstan, Norway. That was in overtime, and Östersund, Sweden, Kazakhstan the year before that as well. Familiar territory. 12 players remain from last year's World Junior roster.
So now you'll see here, and this face-off is so important. You're trying to get the clear with the 5-on-3, a 2-man advantage for 1:27 right now, and captain comes back out to take the face-off. It's over 61% so far in this game, so leading the charge there, likely go up against Booz, who's the best in the dot for the Germans.
2-man advantage for Germany in the relegation game. They're up by 1 against Denmark. Booz off the face-off. Linde wins it back. Clevo steers it to the corner. Jakobsen rounding out Denmark's 3. Booz has an angle. Vilhoff taking his time, handle. Works it up high, Lewandowski. Handle to the far side. Vilhoff now in the far corner. Slows up pace, working it on the outside. Carlos Handel. Lewandowski's shot tipped just at the final moment.
Yeah, not a great look there from Lewandowski, and really not getting the PK to move at all right now. Doing a nice job with 2 forwards and 1 D.
Lewandowski to handle. We'll pull it back to the blue line. Under 40 seconds to go on Germany's 2-man advantage. They're keeping things to the perimeter. Vilhoff has some lane. They'll work it up high. Vilhoff drags, draws in. Vilhoff to the backhand, bar down. The 2-man advantage. They find a way. Dustin Vilhoff gets the insurance marker for Germany.
Well, specialty teams have been the difference, and this almost didn't look threatening. Everything was on the perimeter, and Germany was really widespread. And you can see now Vilhoff's going to come to the middle of the ice. No one's really moving, but I mean, who's taking Vilhoff? I mean, he gains the dot, and everyone's kind of watching the back door, but no one is on the back door as Bertram is sort of sliding to the back door for the Danes, but there's no one there. Vilhoff's going to see that wide stance, pull it to the backhand, and go glove side. You can see the penalty box react, not happy with that, knowing that now there's a 2-goal deficit. Unbelievable, and you still got to kill off remaining minute in this penalty. So really nice recognition by Vilhoff, saying, I got the space here. You know, Broadway's open up, I'm going to take it.
Beautiful backhand shot. High and hard, Vilhoff. Power play marker, 5-3, Germany leads. Vilhoff now a 3-point game to go with his 2 assists. Along with his goal for another loose puck. Under 40 seconds on Germany's power play. The second unit goes to work. Seidel down low, looking to get open. Poole finds some soft ice on the near side. Back up, Seidel fakes. Holds on just in time, reverse pass. Reichmar hopes to keep it in. Denmark gets it clear.
For the Germans, I mean, they came in 0 for 11, not having a power play goal, so now having 2. Specialty teams, a real difference maker.
5 goals for Germany in this game. Had just 5 goals coming in to this match against Denmark. As Poole goes end-to-end, tried for an outside shot. Back to 5-on-5. Oliver Larsson for Denmark at wide, and his shot just off the backboards. Boomsgaard, the top line, to work for Denmark. Down by 2 in the final period.
Well, and they need to have a response shift here, right? You gave up 1 goal on the 5-on-3.
Boomsgaard, quick pass to the backhand, drags, and a great toe save by Villiard. Oliver Green trying to tuck it home.
He just couldn't get it. If he could elevate it, it was going in. Villiard was down. It was just a matter of getting it up over the pad, and he wasn't able to elevate it.
Jakobsen passes it off. Clevo. 2 power play goals for him in this game. That's Patterson. He's outnumbered on the board. Bound to Clevo, comes away with it. Clevo comes in for Denmark. Delays a shot. Rebound. Linde denied by Villiard. How did he save it? A grade A chance for Denmark's captain. Denied by the German goaltender. Linde not done. Who's ahead for Jakobsen, who joins in off a rush. Jakobsen shot. Rebound just high and hard. Patterson a quick release for him as he enters the zone.
It's a barrage right now as Denmark is on a push. It's been a flurry of shots, and Villiard has had to make a number of high-danger saves here, Kenzie. Nice press by the Danes. Nice response after that 5-on-3.
This is Denmark's 5th time taking part in the relegation game or series over the course of the World Junior Tournament. Another shot blocked in front. Villiard getting some help from his defenders who are putting their body on the line. So Denmark has only survived one of those 4 relegation games they've been a part of. Of course, now it's a single game relegation match before in the series format.
Well, in playing the top division, you're also playing against top countries, right? And having played against Canada and having played against Czechia, these are really important steps for these countries to understand and recognize what that top division, what the best look like. You want to stay here.
Ape to Vilhoff. That puck headed straight out of play as Vilhoff, the difference maker in this 3rd period. A huge power play goal for Dustin Vilhoff, his 2nd of the tournament, brings it 5-3 for Germany.
By joining the skilled trades, you'll make a living while making places to live. You'll build a strong, stable career for today and for tomorrow. Plus, with over 140 skilled trades to choose from, there's more opportunity than ever to build a bright future for all of us. Building stronger communities right here at home. That's how we protect Ontario.
Across Canada, it starts the same way. A love for the game that unites us all. From hometown rinks to the world stage, we rise together. Every stride, every save, every dream, shared by every girl who's ever picked up a stick.
It's her shot, rebound in front, she scores!
Because when one rises, we all rise. Rise as one.
Linus Villiard had to be outstanding in this last flurry of activity in front of him. Look at this punch play back to the middle of the ice. Green has it, and cannot elevate it because of that left pad. And then the punch stop to the middle of the ice. Clevo with the initial shot, but look at that secondary effort to get the paddle out. Just perfect tracking, and whoa, the right arm and the paddle save on Linde. Unbelievable sequence by Villiard to keep the Germans ahead by 2 right now.
Villiard only saw 4 shots in the 2nd period. Some good looks in this 3rd as Denmark pushes.
You know, we speak to Noodles a lot with TSN, and Jimmy McClendon says about the timing of the save.
Denmark got to be opportunistic all tournament long. Villiard making big saves for Germany late in this game. Vilhoff. 3-point night for him. Works on the half-boards, looks out in front. Denmark comes away with it. They have numbers. Bungard leading the drive. Blows an edge just as Larson got to the net. This line will be one to watch as we come down the stretch in this 3rd period, almost halfway through the final frame. Ape gets it in deep, allows Germany to go for a change. It's the first time these 2 teams have ever met each other at the top division of the World Junior Championship. Met before the under-18s. 4 times Germany won all 4 of those games, and 2 of those 4 games were actually in a relegation series. Germany won, and Denmark got relegated in 2014 at the under-18s.
I expect that we're going to see a lot of the booze line as well on the other side. I mean, for Denmark, the Danes, you got to think that the Linde line as well as the Larson line are going to be punching out a lot here. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this game.
Jakobsen to Clevo. Offside the call. That'll lead to some frustration for Denmark.
Clevo looking for his hat trick in this game, and saw that punch stop as he cut back to the middle of the ice. We've seen the Danes do that quite a bit as they come off the wall. They try and get the coverage to slide back and take the ice just ahead of it, and he's done a nice job of that to be able to get multiple shots off.
Sweden leading Latvia right now 2-1 in their quarterfinal game. First of 4 on deck. Germany taking on Switzerland, USA, Finland, and Canada, Slovakia. It all starts here with Denmark and Germany. Seidel off the backhand, chips it to the corner. Schwartz on the far side takes a hit. Jakobsen right there to steal it back for Denmark. Seidel finds a blue line pass. As Handel to the near side. Schultz shot, he scores! Make it 2 for Shams in the relegation game.
Well, this puck is going to work its way low, Kenzie, and it's going to be some nice low zone work here. And you can see just the effort by Schwartz on the puck. Seidel is right there. We talk about that close connection to be able to recover. That's Handel. We can hear him calling for that puck, and that widespread deep D. Sham says, I'm going to take this puck. Seeing eye shot, a little bit of a flash screen coming through the middle, taking away the eyes of Veillard. As you see, Schwartz, who won that initial puck battle, doesn't just hang out below the goal line, goes right to the net. Not sure where the sight lines were there for Wilda, but nonetheless, it's Shams with the seeing eye shot for his second of the game.
6-3 for Germany.
It's funny, we're up in the booth and we could hear Handel just calling for that puck. Everyone was below the tops of the circles, which means the high ice is available, and he went east-west and in a hurry to Shams.
Shams second of this game. Now 8 players are having a multi-point performance in this game, combining the two teams.
They scored more in this game than they have all tournament combined.
The game that matters most. Germany steps up.
Shams played 1 game with Regina Pats before moving back to Germany. He is averaging just shy of 20 minutes coming into this game. And again, you see this work down low, and that's the low to high right there. Now all of a sudden you're going east-west and right back to the net front. Just gotta love that play. Those are good habits, straight line skating to get yourself to position before the defenseman just saying, listen, I have the angle. I don't have to have a big windup. I gotta get it through.
Back down in the Denmark zone. Schaefer leaves it. Poole hoping for a blue line pass. Bungard steals it back to Larson. Jakobsen looking to stay onside. Boyar comes out to settle the puck. Split duties with Reiser over the course of this tournament. They each came into this game and played 2 games. Boyar getting the nod on the Spokane Chiefs this season. Shot needed a stick save from Wilde.
Just a little bit of a pause as Booz comes to the middle of the ice again. Just that little touch play to yourself.
Scholden, far side looking for Clevo. Scholden tied up. Linde picks the corner, and Denmark has life. Anton Linde, the captain, leading the charge for Denmark, who are not backing down.
Well, you can see here, there's a little bit of a stall and pause. Right, you can see Clevo below the goal line, and he looks like he's actually going to go back up the same side. Instead, he goes, switches the point of attack, and, you know, it's funny because it's going to be Scholden who's going to be the one to recover that puck. Split seam to Linde, who's just found his way to a soft spot in front of the net, and he buries it. I mean, he's had a physical component to his game. He's blocked shots on the PK, and he finds the back of that net. Right now, the captain leads by example, getting his team within 2 right now. So that is still striking distance, Kenzie. Huge, huge boost.
A chance to talk to him in the intermission interviews and what the season with Chicoutimi has done this year for his confidence. He said just playing with some of the best players in the CHL has certainly helped him. Chicoutimi first in the QMJHL right now, and he has his 3rd of the tournament. Penalty on the way as Germany is going to go back to the power play, so Denmark's momentum will stop here as Germany in the driver's seat, but Denmark finds a way to respond. 6-4 for Germany.
It is the work that no one sees. It is relentless. It screams at you. One more set, one more rep, one more time. It is what fuels you. Gatorade, is it in you?
When it all comes together, it could mean you're ready to talk to your doctor about Wegovy. Ask for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
Well, unfortunate to take a penalty. I mean, you just gain momentum, and then you're going to get a tripping call, and it's going to be on Jakobsen, their time on ice leader. You can see the stick definitely getting under the arm of Schwartz. So now he's in the penalty box, and he's one that would be killing penalties as a big man who plays a lot of minutes for this team. So a huge, huge kill. And Linde back to the dot against Booz here.
Germany was able to score their 5-on-3 power play. Wilhoff's first of the game, his third point. Now back to the man advantage for Germany off the faceoff. Booz trying to win it back. Mayhem bodies into the corner. Lewandowski, the handle, working it on the far side. Carlos handle walks, finds Wilhoff. He'll drop down, cuts back, loses an edge, gives Clevo some room. Adds Clevo, short-handed for Denmark. Shot save made by Villiard.
That's a right decision by Clevo to take that shot.
The other way, another shot. Face mask save for Wilde.
Well, you got to be opportunistic, and you can see Clevo gets on his horse here, and he's recognizing that he's got this lane. He's going to cut forehand to the middle of the ice. He's going to take that shot because Booz has taken Linde away, but when the puck goes the other way, Clevo's tracking back real hard, but it's going to be Lewandowski who comes to the middle. We keep talking about that cut through the middle, trying to go across the grain, and Wilde's able to make that stop as well. So 200-foot game here, Kenzie. Going both ways.
Germany on the power play. Face off now to the right of Wilde. A good look, short-handed for the Danes. And will not back down. Wilhoff into the corner. Schaefer settles in front. Lenny Booz shot. He scores. Lenny Booz, first of this game to go with his 3 assists. Now a 4-point afternoon for number 17.
Well, when you come in on the dot here and you're able to win that as Lewandowski does and you get the takeaway. Look at Booz just tracking. There's the 2v1, just following it a little bit higher. Now he's going to turn back because that play is below the goal line and no one's tracking him. No one knows where he is in that soft ice. And again, just looking here, just beautiful play. Looks like you're going behind the net. Wilde looking to push to strong post. He's kind of looking, starting to push, and there it is. Good timing by Booz, who tracked sort of the entire zone in and around the puck, and puck finds him perfectly on and off the stick. Great game for that line tonight here, Kenzer, this morning. Just so effective.
Booz second of the tournament. His other goal came against the United States. Germany's first game of this tournament. Denmark trying for a shot from the blue line. Henser flips it to center. Jakobsen back to the ice. A power play goal for Germany. Makes this a 7-4 lead.
I mean, the Danes came in, they were 10 for 17 on the PK. So, you know, specialty teams rearing their head. They've made a difference in this game. Kaiser shot from the blue line, rebounds there. Germany has some numbers. Wilde's looking for it. The puck is still loose. Just trying to kick it ahead. Schwartz looking for a near play. Jakobsen will take his time. Denmark goes for a change. 4:07 to go in the third period. Best finish Germany has ever had at the World Junior Championship, in 5th. That was back in 1981 when they hosted the tournament. Poole on the far side settles things for Germany. Schultz right there to help out in the slot. Looking for the shot opportunity. Larson the other way goes 1-on-3 for Denmark. Good job by Hendel, just nice spacing there. And a lot of the time when you have nice positioning by your forwards as well, and with a 3-goal lead, you're going to have that high man in zone, making sure that you're not giving up any odd man rushes, and that will certainly be what the coach will be preaching, Tobias Obstreiter, for Germany. As we look at the goal, that puck goes low to high, and again, it comes back down the wall, and you can see Schaefer, who's below the goal line on that power play, a guy that's normally net front, but it's all about puck recovery when you're a big man and you play that space in front of the net. So he pops out to be able to recover that puck and make that pass to Booz.
A goal and 3 assists for Lenny Booz in this relegation game. Clevo for Denmark. Finds the captain, Linde. Takes it out wide. Linde, nice move through Carlos Handel to the backhand. Can he finish it? Gets steered to the corner. Another good look for Anton Linde. He's given it all he has under 6 to go in this third.
And a lot of the time when you make that power move to the net, you can also draw a penalty. And you want it?
He kept moving his feet. Vilhoft all alone, calling for it. Oh, a great look. Lewandowski from Vilhoft. Don't work it in Denmark zone. Starting the cycle, Vilhoft for the slot for Booz. A blue line pass, shot save made by Wilde. Pops out. Germany hoping to keep it in. We'll have to play it center.
That Booz, Vilhoft, and Lewandowski, they're all around the puck, right? They're always in a triangle. If you look for them, they're always connected. And it's more just about not just shielding the puck, but just that second layer that's able to recover it and typically popping it just a few feet away. And that's giving them the same pressure in the looks that they've had this game.
3 goals in this third period for Germany. Schwartz after it, the captain for Team Germany. Protects the puck. Looking for an option. Ape back down, on net it will go as Oliver Larsson looks up ice, has Bungard with him. Larsson drops it back for Bungard. Green hoping to receive the pass as the puck trickles out into the stands. 4:27 remaining in the third period of the relegation game. Lenny Booz, a 4-point night.
No one wants to wait. Wouldn't life be great if you could just take that bucket list trip today? Upsize for your retirement sooner than later. Or start something totally new on your own timeline. Life goals, financial goals. Invest with Fidelity, and reaching them may just take less time than you think.
We are made in Canada. Homegrown, Canadian-owned and operated. We're neighbors, friends, family. We're more than just made in Canada. We're a fabric of Canada.
Inspired by the strength of a diamond, every stitch reflects our resilience, pride, and belonging, forged through time and pressure. Canada's 2026 Olympic jersey, a symbol forged in ice.
World Juniors returns today with the quarterfinals. Sweden playing Latvia, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. On now 2-1. Sweden leading the way after the first period. And then later tonight, Team Canada will be back in action. They'll take on Slovakia in quarterfinal. Game at 8 Eastern at 5 Pacific. Future of hockey lives on TSN. So Denmark will push here. Wilde to the bench. Empty net for Denmark. Extra attacker Linde will take the draw for the Danes. Faceoff will be to the right of Villar. Germany wins it back. We found, talk about just trying to stay close. That will be Latvia's goal against Sweden. And Denmark trying to do the same against Germany, but the clock is winding down. They were able to muster up 2 key goals in the second period. Germany elevated to start off this third period. Clevo to Linde, into the corner. Bundsgaard will pick it up on the far side for Denmark. Handel moves it ahead. That gives time Schwartz. It's pinched out. Empty net for Denmark. Linde takes it in. Nice fake, his shot off the stick of Villar. Back down in the corner. Green to Linde. Taking his time. Extra attacker on the ice for Denmark. Oliver Larsson's long shot rebounds there. Linde keeps it in. He'll pinch another shot off a stick and out of play.
Sock number 5, Jakobsen makes a nice play defensively to get this puck going the other way, but this is going to be a tip, and Denmark's likely going to take a timeout here. You know, when you have your players and you want to get the TV timeouts, which is excellent, and you get that extra breath. But a lot of the time when you've pulled your goaltender with 4:27, you want to make sure that you still have the same unit, your top unit out there with an offensive zone face-off, and they're tired.
See Linde and Jakobsen, a good rallying point for this group.
And you saw Linde just give Jakobsen a tap, and that's because of that defensive play. Real difficult to do when you've got a player that's coming down with some speed and there's an empty net there. Not only have to take their space away, you have to track it perfectly so they can't throw it at the net.
Coming up next year, Norway will return to the top division. Germany sent them down back in Gothenburg, Sweden in the relegation game.
Well, and Denmark likely talking about a quick strike here, right? I mean, if you're going to 3-goal deficit, you have to have a quick strike. You got to get it within 2 quickly. So something that can not only off a face-off, it gets you inside right away.
Linde will take the draw for Denmark. 3:29 remaining. Linde came into the third period 61% in the draw. His bodies everywhere right off this face-off, looking for the puck. Bungard off the post. A great look for the Danes. Green in the corner. Goal for him in this relegation game. Finds Jakobsen. Now Larson takes his time. Jakobsen delays. Linde, one-time shot blocked in front. Clevo keeps it in play. Jakobsen, a great stick play to keep this in zone. Clevo, reverse pass to Linde. Nice give and go down low. Linde looking in front. Clevo rolled off his check. Now Germany, an empty net ahead. Off the stick, Griva back on it in the corner.
Jakobsen's made some really solid plays to keep that puck out of the empty 4x6.
Oliver Green takes it in over the line. Versus it down low, looking for Larson. Working in on the near corner. Larson net front, but it's Carlos Handel. He'll play it and send it to the middle of the ice.
It's catch-22. You want a force play, but at the same time, you got to get pucks on yet. Even if they're going to be blocked, I mean, it creates chaos. Everyone turns to find it. See if you can't bat one in.
Larson back to center. Seidel. He has a goal in this game. Gets through the legs of Larson. Jakobsen finds Green. Off the glass. Under 2 to go in the third period. Denmark with the empty net. Rune has some time. Quick change for Denmark. Won't expect much personnel changes, though, as the clock winds down. They'll need their big guns to the ice like Bungard. Looks in front. Trying to connect. Slam. Denmark keeps it in. A great play. Bungard calling for it. Another shot. Toe save by Villar. Bungard off the post just moments ago off the face-off. Bungard protects. Another shot blocked in front. Germany doing a good job of blocking shots in this game. Under a minute and a half to go. Seidel for Germany. Finds some soft ice at the far side for Wilhoff. Nice Strider going to his top line. They're on the ice now. Seidel has an empty net, goes for it, an empty chance on the backhand. Schwartz buries it. Tobias Schwartz, the captain of Team Germany, seals the deal in this third period.
Well, the Germans are able to get on the board, but there was a lot of effort by the Danes with pulled goaltender from the 4:27-minute mark on, and you can see Bungard off the post, just off the iron. And then, of course, the block coming a little bit later. You got a chance, another chance, and it's going to be Linde, and a beautiful block shot. And anytime you do that, Nick Mahl does it, and you know, you lift your team, and it lifts it right to the other end of the ice. Beautiful behind-the-back pass. And it winds up on the stick of Schwartz, who's able to put it in. Again, you're trying to hold neutral ice, and it's going to be Seidel who just with a gift to put it in the empty basket by Schwartz. An all-round game by him as well.
8 goals for Germany. 7 different goal scorers. They found their production in a do-or-die game. Third straight relegation game appearance for Germany. This time, a much different story. Some insurance goals in this third period. And so for Denmark, We have Norway coming up next year. The Danes will regroup for the Division 1A championship. Another shot from the blue line. Wide it will go. Under 30 seconds remaining in the third period. Lewandowski, Schaefer got the scoring started for Germany. Denmark pushed. In the third period, the Germans found a way to run away with it. Special teams, certainly a story this afternoon.
Oh, they were really pushing, and then that Jakobsen penalty, and the Germans were able to score. And just when they felt like they had some momentum in the game, I like the pushback by the Danes, but the offense for this German team just continued to press like a wave up and down the lineup. And you got to talk about Lenny Boos and Vilhoft and Lewandowski, the Seidel, Schwartz, and Koserlein as well. I mean, just up and down. Poole with his pace of play. Difficult moment, though, for the Danes.
They were close. Don't back down. Valiant effort for Team Denmark in the relegation game, but ultimately Germany comes away with this one. 8-4 your final, and Germany remains in the top division at next year's World Junior Tournament.
Well, just by the emotion, you can see how much this means to Germany to stay in that top division, as you mentioned, Kenzie. And after playing in 3 straight, they remain in the top division. On the other side, it's so difficult, right? You've earned your way to the top division. It's the goal to stay there at the beginning of the tournament, so they'll walk away saying goal not met. But some real positive play. You saw it in this game, and the offense, you got to hand it to players like Larson and Bungard, young talent in their system.
Germany wins the relegation game 8-4 against Denmark, and so the Danes relegated. They'll head down to the Division 1A championship. Germany remains here at the top level. A dominant victory this time around compared to years past. Last 2 relegation games for Germany were decided by 1 goal. So we await our players of the game and players of the tournament for their respective teams.
And it's a difficult defeat, and Hans Clevo had an outstanding game, and their captain,
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will now be awarded with a Faribault Mill blanket featuring the Land of 10,000 Rings mural, specially commissioned for the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship. Designed by Minnesota-based Indigenous artist Shauna Bullitt, Grapentine as part of the Assist 26 Community Initiative. The artwork honors the indigenous lands, cultural teachings, and deep hockey roots that define Minnesota. Presenting the awards will be John Klinkenberg, COO of Minnesota Sports and Events. Presenting to Team Denmark along with them is Thomas Juel Madsen, team manager of Team Denmark. Team player of the game for Team Denmark is number 13, Oliver Larsson.
Yeah, he was outstanding, and you just look at the way he can distribute the puck. Number of assists and just his production. I mean, his IQ on and off the puck just felt like he was a threat the entire game.
Presenting for Team Germany is Frank Lutz, CEO of the German Ice Hockey Federation. The player of the game for Team Germany is number 11, David Lewandowski.
The Oilers prospect elevated his game this afternoon. 3-point nights.
Now the 3 best players of each team throughout the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship will be awarded with a watch from Tissot, the official timekeeper of the International Ice Hockey Federation. 3 best player awards selected by each team. For Team Denmark, number 24, Mads Kluvo.
2 huge power play
Number
goals in this
22.
very game.
Anton Linde.
Well, and for the captain, I mean, the
And
block
number
shots,
5,
the physicality.
Marcus Jakobsen.
And of course, Jakobsen is his time on ice, his ability to defend.
Three very deserving Danes selected as the players of the tournament.
And now the three best players for Team Germany, being presented by the CEO of the German Ice Hockey Federation, Frank Lutz. Number 25, Tobias Schwartz. Number 19, Dustin Wilhelft. And number 17, Lenny Bos.
It's got to feel good. Captain Schwartz getting a goal in this relegation game, plays big minutes for this group, and leads them into another win in this relegation game.
Well, Wilhelft, he's not big, but man, does he ever create off of the rush, but also he's relentless in and around the puck, and Lenny Bos just dominating the face-off circle for his group, best face-off man, and also able to put the puck in the net, doing a great job for his team, and his line was outstanding.
For your final, Germany defeats Denmark and remains in the top division. It's time now for the national anthem of Team Germany.
The national anthem of Germany.
Над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом, светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий, отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Над лугом, неизменным дивным кругом, светит и молчит. Бледный луг цветущий, мрак ночной по нем ползущий, отдыхает, спит. Жутко выйти на дорогу, непонятная тревога под луной царит. Хоть и знаешь, утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Утром рано солнце выйдет из тумана, поле озарит. И тогда пройдешь тропинкой, где под каждой пылинкой жизнь кипит. Месяц, ночь, темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурнование Настя. Ночь распростерлась надо мной, и отвечает мертвым взглядом на тусклый взор души больной, облитой острым сладким ядом, облитой острым сладким ядом. И тщетно страсти затая в холодной мгле перед рассветной. Среди толпы блуждаю я, с одной лишь думаю заветной. Пусть светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурнование Настя. Светит месяц, ночь темна, пусть жизнь приносит людям счастье. В моей душе любви весна, не сменит бурнование Настя.